Hi there. Today we're continuing our journey in the Psalms, and we're in Psalm 5, and we're reading the whole psalm. So the psalm again opens up with a superscription, with a title, which many psalms have. This psalm again is Lamnatzer, to the worship leader or to the chief singer, and it's then An-Nechilot in Hebrew. Now this is a difficult one to translate, and many different possibilities have been offered. Many scholars will suggest that it is upon pipes or accompanied by flutes or pipes. Others will say it's for those who are chosen, for those who are heirs, for those who have part of the inheritance. We're not quite sure, but it is a musical direction, it seems. It's one that is to be seen as a musical instruction. And then it's a Mizmor LeDavid again. It's another musical composition. It's a song of David, a Davidic song. And this is a morning song. It's a morning prayer. It's a prayer that begins, "Open your ears, Lord, hear me, listen to me, because in the morning I'm coming to you." A Jewish traditional prayer that is said first thing in the morning as a Jew opens their eyes is, "I give thanks to you in your presence, living eternal King, that you've returned to me in mercy, my life and breath. Great is your faithfulness." Morning prayers are seen as something very important in Hebrew tradition. In fact, in human tradition, to address God in the morning. And therefore, the singer here is coming in the morning and singing this song to God. And we can imagine that in the days of David, a king would be surrounded by many different people. There would be those who were faithful to him, but there would also be those who were flattering him. There would even be those who were ill-disposed towards him, who might have been trying to overthrow him. We see that enough in the story of David. And so David says that, God, this isn't something, God, that you want. You don't want wickedness. You don't want treachery. But actually, you want me to come to you in your faithfulness, in your kindness, in your goodness. And in verse 7, we've got the occurrence here of in the greatness of your chesed. And the chesed of God, this word which is linked to the covenant, it's the covenant obligation of God, which he declared himself to Moses in Exodus 34, that was part of his nature. This great in chesed, this great in covenant grace. And so David acknowledges the greatness of God's covenant grace, and he is saying that he will pray, he will come in, he will worship towards the holy dwelling place of God. And then he prays that God will lead him in righteousness, and that God will lead his decisions. A king has to make many decisions in the midst of those who would stand against him. And he's recognizing that there are people in whom there's no faithfulness, that they are actually like open tombs, that there are people who are flattering him. And so he's asking God for discernment, for knowing the right way to go. He's saying, Lord, will you root out those who are seeking to uproot me? Will you give your judgment against those that are trying to displace me? But he says, let all those who trust in you rejoice, and let them shout for joy because you defend them. And at the end of the psalm he says, God, you are like a shield around me. And the word he uses here is an interesting word, sinah, which is a whole shield, a whole body shield covering the whole person. And it also is linked to the word coolness. And so there's a picture of this shield defending from the heat that is coming against someone. And so he's saying, God, you are like a shield to me, and you compass me, you surround me with favour. Today, as we come to God, as we come maybe in the morning to worship him, let's be focusing on him. Let's be knowing how much his love is bearing us and surrounding us like a shield. And let's choose not to walk in the ways of flattery and treachery. Have a good day.